I've been doing YouTube for 4 years now, and I instinctively know that it's changed my life. You know, this is my life. So I'm just like, wow, I can't believe how this has changed, how that has changed, all these things. But then whenever I start to like mention to other people like how all these skills that YouTube has given me, how it's like benefited me in the long term, they're always surprised. And that's when I started to like kind of realize like, while all this stuff, all this knowledge that I've gained is in my head, so many people don't know the benefits of YouTube. And that's kind of what has inspired me to make this video, to kind of just talk about like my past 4 years on YouTube as a small creator. Like I have 8,700 subscribers, almost to 10K, but I'm very, very tiny. And I've never had like a viral video before. I've just been grinding for the past 4 years, but a lot of people don't know about it. So I kind of just want to talk about all the ways that YouTube has changed my life and just get a little bit personal with you guys, if you don't mind. The first thing that I want to talk about is how YouTube has given me the opportunity to kind of pour myself all into one thing. And this is something that a lot of people just don't have the chance and opportunity to have. The whole idea of you constantly working towards something greater than yourself. There are a few examples of this, like when you work out, you know, you're building this body of you in the future. YouTube is another one of these things where you show up every day, day in and day out, learning how to make videos, researching, editing, doing all these things with the expectation that one day in the future, things will pay off. And I just feel like all of my energy and my effort is towards something bigger than myself. And that is like what gets me up in the morning. And keep in mind, like I'm still a small creator. Like I've lived for years not reaching that payoff that I've been working so hard to reach. The 100,000 subscribers, the ability to live off of my YouTube income. I haven't reached those yet. And still I wake up with such purpose, with such fulfillment every single day, because learning to be consistent with YouTube is a whole journey in itself. If I were to describe the process, all of us have this dream to be a YouTuber. And we come in with very high expectations. We feel like, you know, we're special and that we can do this, and that once we start, the ocean will part way for us and we will make these amazing videos that everyone loves. And very quickly on, we're gonna make a lot of money, get a lot of views, and it's just all gonna go great. Or at least that's how it was for me. And so when that doesn't happen, for the 99% of us that don't get super insanely lucky, we have to go through a completely different journey. Starting to trust more in the process and loving the process of making videos rather than the outside noise of the views, of the comments, of the adoration. That's how you truly stay consistent and resilient as a YouTuber, because it is a brutal game. You know, every video of yours is like your baby. You know, you put so much time, you put hours and hours and hours of time and energy into these videos, put it out in the world, only for it to flop and no one sees it. And that just, when it doesn't do well, it just feels like a reflection of yourself and how bad you are. It's just so it's painful. It's painful. And then you start to like wonder like, oh, am I cut out for this? Is this for me? Should I just give up? All these things, you know? And being able to like get over those feelings and go into the next video with the same vigor, with the same belief, with the same excitement is really difficult. And you have to develop like a thick skin. You have to be able to trust in the process. You have to know that down the line, the journey means something. So if you're a small YouTuber and you're able to consistently make videos over the months and years, that is just gonna give you some of the best life skills that you've ever had. YouTube taught me about overcoming fear and overcoming being vulnerable. Oh my gosh, this was such a game changer for me. I was very embarrassed about being a YouTuber. That was just embarrassing, especially as like a new college student, a freshman, and the whole idea of me just like holding a camera around and like vlogging. Oh my gosh, that scared that just scared me so much. I didn't want to tell people that I was a YouTuber until I had more YouTube subscribers than my Instagram follower. Because then instead of YouTube being like something that took away from my aura or something, I don't know, it uplifted it, right? All these things. And it wasn't until I started making videos and putting myself out there that I realized like how misguided of a mentality that was. Because in actuality, when people learned that I was making videos, they were kind of like, and this was the reaction, oh, cool. And then they went back to doing whatever they were doing. Like, people didn't care. And that was so crazy for me to realize. Because in my head, deciding to take this leap of doing YouTube, when I hadn't done YouTube before, was like the biggest, most important thing ever. Like it was this huge thing in my head. My life revolved around this huge identity change that I was making. But to literally everyone else, they did not care. Like they just didn't care. And I don't say that in like a negative way that they just didn't care about me, but it's more like we all have like this spotlight of ourselves and we walk around. Like candidly, if other people tell me they're gonna start YouTube, I'm like, cool, that's cool. And then maybe I'll see their stuff every now and then if I'm not like one of their audience members. But like I'm so busy with my life. I got things to do. You go live your life. I don't care. And so I realized that's like how people feel about me as well. So I'm not gonna let other people decide or pressure me into doing the things that I wanna do. The biggest regret that people on their deathbed have is that they didn't live a life true to themselves. They regret following the expectations of other people and not following their dreams, you know? So whenever I have like these feelings of doubt and everything, I'm able to fall back on my experience as a YouTuber and how fulfilling that was for me to follow my dream and how all the expectations and embarrassment I thought I'd be having was really just in my head and it wasn't real. I mentioned in the beginning that I am at 8,700 subscribers and that I started this journey with the intention to get 100,000 subscribers within my first year. And so recently I've been very reflective and I've pondered the question that if I knew back then where I'd end up now, would I have even started the journey? Like if I was that gung-ho kid, freshman year, just so excited and so amped up, so ready to be a YouTuber, and then you told him that 4 years later, after all that work, you have 8,600 subscribers, not even 10,000 subscribers. That kid would have been so depressed, so sad. He wouldn't have believed you. But alas, that's where we are now. And with everything I know now, like I have no regrets. I said that in the beginning. I touched on a couple of the reasons so far, but ultimately I had this dream. And instead of like now looking back 4 years later and wondering what if I pursued this dream that I had, I pursued it. I put it all on the table. I went all in. Went to Japan for a year. I posted over 100 videos. I gave this dream everything that I had. And it didn't work out. At least it didn't work out in the way that I thought it would. Because things have a way of working themselves out in ways that you'd never expect. Because now I'm a realtor. I'm a real estate agent in Charlotte, North Carolina. I wouldn't have been able to make this decision without these past 4 years of doing YouTube. I'm now in this career where my job is to get clients, is to prospect and to find people that are interested in buying or selling a house. And in the craziest of ways, YouTube is actually one of the best methods to do that. My day-to-day job now is making YouTube videos, educating people about my area here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And that's just like the most beautiful thing ever. I'm feeling the same feelings that I felt when I first started this channel with this new channel. And I get to grow it from the ground up, knowing everything that I know now. The future is just so bright for me, or the future is so bright for me. The future is just so exciting, and I just, oh man, if you guys are still watching, like, I appreciate you so much. I've been trying to figure out what I should be doing with my main channel here, now that I've put all my energy towards my realtor channel. So if you guys like this kind of style of content, let me know, because I'd love to make more stuff like this, just more like heart-to-heart stuff. That's about it. Let me end this video for retention.